Yes, Derek, ready for the fall
We really are. I don't know about you, Romaine, but it's a little bittersweet here in our final episode of
of the
Summer
summer
Sessions,
sessions. Wah,
episode 12.
wah.
Look,
Hold up your hands. I'll do the two. 12.
oh, that's good. Peace. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
should give Peace a chance here
Mm-hmm.
on our Summer Sessions show. So last week I didn't address it last week, and I should probably address it this week. So normally we do these. I'm sitting like you are, but I decided to elevate the standing because it's a standing desk. So I decided to
Uh-huh.
elevate the standing desk because I'm trying to stand more
I like
so
it.
that I'm not sitting so much because
Yeah.
sitting is the new smoking.
Yes.
So I try to stand at this desk, but I got to be honest, it sucks. And it makes working even more miserable standing instead of sitting.
Which is crazy because Iris has a standing desk in her office and she stands all the time.
Great. Good
All the
for
time.
her.
She's
Okay,
crazy.
well, I can't stand it. That's what
Okay.
I'm
Well,
saying. I can't
all
stand
right.
them.
Sorry. I like
So
your red hoodie for the fall, though.
thank you. I am wearing the our Alaska cruise. This is my of all the logos we've ever done with any of our cruises. The OG Alaska cruise logo is my favorite of all of
Yeah.
them. And I have lots of I wear DNR merch all the time, but I have to say this is my favorite. So, and I do love the hoodies that we have, and now is a great time to go to shop.dnrstudios.com, shameless
Yeah.
plug, and pick yourself up a hoodie for this fall because
Absolutely.
we do have lots of great hoodies in there, and I get a lot of mileage out of these hoodies. So anyway, so here I am, all hooded up for
I
fall.
like it.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
this weekend we're
I'm
going to be in,
wearing flannel for fall.
oh God, you're such a lesbian.
I know. I wanted to les out for this episode.
Oh, just this one time?
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay, so after 11 other episodes of not having my shade bell here, this week I did actually bring the shade bell along.
I've had mine the whole time.
Why didn't you use it?
I don't know.
I've been nothing but shady this all summer. It's like the only shade people got all summer because it was so hot. Terrible.
Sorry.
Okay,
My
well,
bad.
this is your last chance to like, subscribe, and comment on this show. Still not doing the thing around us. You know
Mm-mm.
what? Because I gotta be honest, I don't care.
Who
But
doesn't?
I do care that you have subscribed to our videos and you've liked them and shared them in social media, and it does make a difference. And people have subscribed to the radio show because of the summer sessions, and
Yeah.
people have made comments below. And I'm glad how this has worked out. So continue to tell your friends that Derek and Romaine are still alive.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Because we are, I
Yes.
think.
And I look forward because this weekend we're going to be in Pigeon Forge at Dollywood for our Great Smoky weekend. And I look forward to the honest feedback we're going to get from people in person about how they have felt about our summer sessions.
I hope they've liked them. I certainly have enjoyed doing them. Why are you looking like that again? You make a lot of funny faces,
I
sir.
do, but people don't get them on the radio because so they
No,
either
that's
have
true.
to go on a cruise with us, go to
Yeah.
Dollywood with us, go to
Yeah.
Disneyland or Walt Disney World with us,
Go
or
somewhere with
they
us.
they have to watch the summer sessions.
Right.
Though sometimes they do like Facebook Lives and things, so
Mm.
they can see some faces there.
Oh,
I had faces then, so many
mm,
faces.
yeah, you've had a
Well,
few.
let's try not to have this last an hour like the last
Okay.
5 of them have been.
All right.
So here's our breakdown. I'm just kidding. It's not that kind of breakdown. The
I
question of
gotta
the day.
I'm Angela from Big Brother. No, doesn't anybody like me?
They
Stop.
should do a season of Big Brother where it's just your ex-girlfriends who cry. Okay.
Oh, that would be torture. If I was trapped in a house with all my ex-girlfriends, I would kill myself. Oh
Be like,
God.
I'm putting myself on the block because I cannot live
Oh,
here anymore.
yes, that's
Okay.
exactly what I would do. Okay.
A recent story we didn't cover on our live daily radio show that we wish we had. And then a what's hot about. And then, of course, viewer feedback and questions at the end. So, Romaine, in
Yes.
honor of Maria, who works tirelessly to post our questions of the day in our
Mm-hmm.
Facebook group,
Yep.
what is today's question of the day?
Can you go 24 hours without being on social media? My answer is no problem. Yes, 100% yes. I could go a day, 3 days, 5 days, a week. Hell, I could go a month. I could probably go 6 months without being on social media. I actually hate social media. I feel like it's a lot of there's a lot of toxic stuff in there. There's a lot of great stuff. Like back to school season, I love seeing all my friends and their kids going back to school and seeing how much they've grown and things like that. Like it's lovely for things like that. But for the most part, I find people really fucking annoying. I hate there's a lot of hate online and social media. And I'm only invested in it because I have to be for the show. If I didn't have this radio show, you would probably never see me post in social media. Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's a real mixed bag. In some ways, I like social media. I think it's a great when we can, like, I have really enjoyed the live tweeting during award shows
Sure.
or presidential debates and that kind of thing. Like, I like that the sort of running commentary part of current events. And so that part I like. I also like the hot guys who have to post shirtless or semi-nude images of themselves in social media for their desperate need for love and attention.
Sure.
And yeah, so I do like that part. But I will be honest, sometimes, and this is not me body shaming anyone whose body is definitely better than mine, but all sorts of people who are posting semi-nude images of themselves in social media where I think that is brave. Good for you, I guess, because you're not bringing as much to the table as you might think.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you know what? You be you. If you
Right.
need to take your shirt off and post about it in social media, please like me. That you know what? God bless. Go with God. That's just not me. And I know it might come as a surprise to people, like, but Derek, you're such a whore for attention because you've been chasing it for all of this time, and that is true. And I think if social media had been around when I was 19, probably would have ended up being one of these people who went to the gym all the time just so I could post, shirtless images of myself on Instagram, like, please like me for my gains. But fortunately, social media came along after I turned 29,
Mm,
and I don't need to chase that anymore. But
gotcha.
I'm hashtag blessed, hashtag gratitude for the hotties who don't love themselves and therefore have to work out and post thirsty photos on social media. So, but I can go 24 hours without seeing that because if you've seen one naked man, you've probably seen almost all of them. And so
Yeah, I agree.
I literally can't go a while. But like you, if we did not have this radio show, if we did not have this business, because other friends of mine have wandered away from social media over the years and feel really good about it. They don't miss it. And so I probably could wander away myself if we did not, but I feel like we have to be there to
We have to,
support our
yeah.
business because we have
Yeah,
to be able
yeah.
to connect
With our
with
listeners.
our
Why we do summer
listeners.
sessions. We're
No,
always
that's
coming up with
run.
new ways to connect with you bitches.
That's right. Well, new old ways. Okay, so there you
Right.
go. Now let's move
Okay.
on to a recent story we didn't cover on the show, but we wish we had.
All right. Now, last week I promised you that this week would be a spicier story. Last week was more serious. This one is more
Serious.
humorous. Okay, so this one comes out of Philadelphia.
Me too.
Uh and the city of brotherly love, I believe. And
That's a different kind of porn.
this story is ridiculous. So, this story is about two people who were in a parked car And they were engaged in some sexual activity in the back seat of the car.
Well,
Now, some
were they a heterosexual couple, a gay couple, a lesbian couple?
it was a heterosexual couple, a
Okay, so it
man
wasn't this,
and a
it was this.
woman. Yes.
Okay.
Now, they were in a Range Rover type of vehicle.
Me
Okay.
too. Yeah. Okay.
And they were parked near Schuylkill River. I think is how you say the name of this river. I'm gonna say
Okay.
Schuylkill. Yep.
We're good
It
at
was a
pronouncing things here.
it was a Wednesday morning.
A Wednesday?
Yeah, and it was about 4:45 a.m. when
Ooh.
the two of these people were in the back seat of this Range Rover fucking.
I literally can't remember the last time I was horny at 4:45 a.m. It's not a good time of day to be horny.
No. Anyway, they were going at it. And somehow or another, the woman accidentally disengaged the gear shifter for the vehicle.
No.
I'm gonna assume putting it in neutral because unless the vehicle was on and maybe then she put it in reverse. I'm not really sure, but either way, disengaged the gear shifter in the vehicle, and the vehicle began to roll directly off of a retaining wall on the edge of the river and into the river. Their car fully submerged into the river, like completely bloop, 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 down. Now, the two of them were able to get out of the vehicle. Now, I imagine they weren't opening the doors because you cannot open a door when your car is submerged in water. What are you supposed to do, Derek? Do you know?
You're supposed to roll down a window?
Roll down a window. That is the correct answer. The best way out of a vehicle if it is submerged in water is to roll down the window or to have one of those little hammer thingies in your car and shatter a window and escape from a
Right.
window. An open window is the
But
best
before
escape.
you start rolling down that window or shattering it, practice holding your breath. Be ready because that
Yeah,
water is going
because
to come in fast
it's going to rush in.
and you're going to
So,
need that air as
yeah.
you're swimming out.
Yeah. So anyway, they were able to get out of the car in time and they both survived. And then police arrived and they pulled out the vehicle around 9 a.m. Now, I have had a lot of car sex, Derek. I don't know if you know this about me, but I like car sex. I enjoy having sex in cars. I find it quite thrilling and fun.
Is it because you're
I
a tramp?
Yes,
Okay.
that might be it. But I have never accidentally rolled my car into a river. Now, I once had some cops roll up on me while I was engaged in some car sex, but they were surprised to find that there were two women in the car and not a man and a woman. And
Right.
then they didn't know what to do. They were so flustered, they just left. It was great. But yeah, so no, I've never had this happen. How about you? Have you ever accidentally rolled your car someplace you shouldn't have while engaging in sex in a vehicle?
No, and I have not had I have had some sex in cars, but I think that the the but like most like actively engaged sex I had in a car, we were in the back seat, not in the front seat.
Well,
But
these people were in the back seat and they still managed to fuck it up.
well, that was their own mistake because they did were doing it wrong.
I don't
But
know
it
what
sounds
that
like
lady
a
was
foot
doing.
went in the wrong place
Yep.
and yeah, they were parked in the wrong, they did it wrong.
Yeah.
But car sex is a young person's game.
It is. I
Because as you
can't
get
I
older,
haven't done it in a while and I imagine it would be more difficult now.
honey, those stress positions, not
Oof,
sexy. And
not.
wrong kind of groaning. Oh, ow,
Yeah. Oh,
oh,
that
wait a minute.
seatbelt
Oh,
doesn't
my
belong.
foot.
Oh
Oh,
God, not
my
there.
back. Yeah, no, but not sexy. These are not sexy noises
No.
making a car. So there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my story is about Amazon. Yeah, I am more
Okay.
obsessed. with new technologies than Romaine is
It's true.
and our general listeners. So I love a good space story, technology story, AI. I'm interested in all these things.
Okay.
And Amazon, they have been threatening to have these delivery drones delivering packages for quite some time. And there's been a
Yeah.
lot of focus on autonomous taxis, cars that will take you without a driver in it. But Amazon does have a pilot program, pun intended, in College Station, Texas, where they are using drones to deliver Amazon packages.
Oh,
But
interesting.
apparently, they already have hit a snag.
Oh no.
Um,
What?
the, apparently the drones are fucking noisy. And they
Well,
currently
yeah.
have 200 Amazon drones in College Station, Texas. And they maybe by the time this is running, they are planning to escalate it up to 469 delivery drones in College Station, Texas. Now, hopefully, at some point, they will be able to make drones that are quieter, but the reality is the displacement of the air with because if you heard a helicopter, like helicopters are loud, the displacement of the air is noisy, inherently
Right.
noisy, and it'll be very
Yeah.
hard to make drones quiet. So if you hate leaf blowers, you're really going to hate living in a neighborhood that's getting a lot of Amazon packages delivered all throughout the day. And one would imagine that they would have to start curtailing the hours of delivery, because if these drones are going to be that loud, they can't deliver them in the middle of the night when
No,
people are
no, that'd be
sleeping.
fucking horrible. Which is probably
Horrible.
what they're hoping to be able to do.
Yeah.
Because like right now, I know the earliest I've ever gotten an Amazon delivery has been like 4:45 in the morning,
Yeah.
which is pretty fucking early, by the way. And I know because my dogs go crazy whenever anyone approaches my house. So we always know if a delivery driver has dropped something off. But usually like 6 a.m. is the average as early as they come to my house. Um, so on this drone front, I only know this because my wife has recently been taking drone classes. So as part of her work, uh, as a property insurance adjuster, they're teaching her how to use drones so that she can survey rooftops. So she doesn't actually have to climb up on roofs. She can just take the drone, fly it over, look at all the spots, take video, whatever, pictures, and then bring it down. It's safer for the employees of the insurance company. But I had no idea how much went into becoming a drone pilot. But let me tell you something, Derek. My wife is a super smart person. Like she is a nerdy, straight A student kind of person, right? And she took this course with this drone instructor. And basically it's like getting a pilot's license. Like all the things you have to learn and all the way you have to learn how to read all these maps and you have to learn about weather conditions and all kinds of crazy shit. And, she had to get an 80 or above to pass her test. And the day of her test, she was very worried she was going to fail. This is straight A student, and she studied, and she studied, and she studied. It is a very hard test to pass.
How
Uh,
hard?
but she did pass it. She actually ended up getting, I think, an 87 on her test, which is pretty good. But she, of course, was mad because she likes straight A student. But yeah, it's serious business learning how to fly these drones. So I imagine when you have that many drones up in the sky, um, I imagine there will be a whole new industry of aviation that comes out of this because it's like with airplanes, you have to have air traffic controllers. I imagine there will be a lot of this kind of stuff, either computer programs that are going to have to be developed to ensure that the drones don't smash into each other. Like there's, because like there's just gonna have to be a lot of different ingenuity and regulations and things that are gonna have to go into this, not even counting how much noise they fucking make. Because I've heard drones. Some drones are very loud, and the larger the drone, the more noise it's gonna make. So for like little packages, sure, those little drones probably aren't that loud, but anything that's carrying like a box, girl, that's gonna be loud. So it will be interesting to see how they do this, and if it is something that they can push out nationwide. But like, there'll be a lot of new jobs in drone flights and things like that, and programming the drones, where to go. It'll be very interesting.
I think that we will see autonomous like cargo vans with little like robots that roll out and drop the packages in front of your house, or
Right.
arms that swing out and drop the packages. That is just going to end up being a lot more practical than the drones. Like the drones are a cute
Possibly.
idea, but it's a real problem. I think where the drones make the most sense is in more rural areas where you don't have to necessarily follow the path of a road. You can make a more
Right.
direct route to drop off a package. It's probably more cost effective to use a drone in, say, parts of Wyoming or Montana
Sure.
than to have a driver drive things around. But in urban areas where you're dealing with, or suburban areas where you're dealing with trees and power lines and more dense populations, the noise of them is
Can you
it's
imagine
going to
a
be a
program
problem.
like this in New York City? What a
Yeah, it would be
nightmare that
horrible.
would be.
Horrible.
Yeah.
So I think that it makes the most sense in for rural deliveries, because even if the drones are flying, they're not flying over particularly populated areas.
Right.
So they're not going to be that. I mean, they're probably going to be more of a concern about it being disruptive to livestock and wildlife
Sure.
than to human people.
Yeah.
But the autonomous vehicles are going to take over, and that's going to be the big thing. That's my prediction, my forced prediction here.
Well, I guess we'll wait and see. I mean, I'm all for the drones delivering packages. I don't have a problem with that. That's one form of technology. I'm like, okay, sure.
But it will be easier to monitor the air because there are fewer untrained or undertrained humans in the sky than there are on the ground. Like this
Yeah.
is a problem. The autonomous vehicles have trouble mostly with pedestrians who just walk in front of cars all the time, and other human drivers who are worse drivers than the autonomous drivers. So
Right.
at least in the air, there's less traffic, and you'll be able to have the drone sort of fly unencumbered, and you only have to deal with other drones. And if they're all autonomous, like we see the drone shows instead of fireworks that they do, when the drones are coordinating with each other, they're fine and they don't smash into each other. And so from that standpoint, it will be safer. But we'll see. Good luck, College Station, Texas.
That's right.
Cakes. Let's move into what's hot about Romaine. And this is a little bit different than some of the other ones that we've
Oh,
done.
okay. I'm ready.
Our what's hot about is what's hot about fall.
Well, I this is easy for me. All right, here's what I love about the fall. I love these things. And you're never gonna change my mind. So I love a flannel. I was never a flannel wearing lesbian before last year. And then I discovered flannel and I was like, oh, I love my flannel shirts. They're so soft and cozy and warm. I love a hoodie. You know I love a hoodie. I wear a hoodie all the time. So and the warm, comfy clothes of fall are awesome. I also love a fire pit, and the fall is the best time for a fire pit because the crisp, cool air, and the nice, toasty, warm fire. There's not as many bugs out. It's just great. I love sitting around a fire pit with my friends, hanging out. Iris loves to make a really big fire. She's obsessed with it. It's perfect. It's a really nice combination of some of my favorite things. I also love fall flavors. So, like my Starbucks always brings out some of my favorite drinks usually in the fall, which I always enjoy.
You're such a
I
pumpkin spice basic
I'm
bitch.
not. I don't like pumpkin spice actually, so fuck you. Pumpkin spice is not my spice. I but like sometimes they'll bring out like the caramel brulee, they'll bring it out in the fall.
That's a diet drink.
Yeah, I'm not I probably won't be able to have it this year. Shut up. I hate you. But I love like an apple flavor, like a spicy apple, like an apple cider. I love all of the fall flavors, but I do love pumpkin pie, which is a fall flavor for me. I never have pumpkin pie any other time of the year, only in the fall. And I do love me some pumpkin pie. So I like the fall flavors a lot. I just feel like there's a lot of comfort in the fall. It's when you start making, your more warm meals for dinner, things like chili and stew and things like that. Like just there's something about warmth and comfort of the fall that I really, really like. But it also is my least favorite time of year because things start to die in the fall and then I get sad because I don't like I love being around the lush green in New Jersey. We're the Garden State and everything here is green and beautiful through the spring and the summer and then the
That's the
fall
chemicals.
comes and it all fucking dies and it gets real fucking sad and depressing and then the cold winter months are next and that makes me sad. I hate the winter. I hate it. I
Well,
hate it so much.
autumn is my favorite season.
Mm.
And the only thing I don't like about it is that winter is on the other side of it. But
Yeah.
I love the leaves changing. I love pumpkins. I love, like you, um, I enjoy a good soup and a stew. I love to get my crock pot out because I have like
Yeah.
the big oval one that you can put a whole chicken or a turkey in it.
Oh yeah.
And I love to make up a big mess of chili or stew or soup in the fall. And, I've gotten into baking bread. And so it's great. I'll have a little homemade bread and a nice stew there. Delicious.
I love it.
And you can, it's always a struggle of like, what am I making for dinner tonight? But I have to say that the making stews and soups is easy because you have lots of varieties. You put just one pot and you throw it in there, and it can last you for several days because you can make a ton of it.
Right.
And you can also freeze it. Usually, what I'll do because I'll make something and it's just me. So I'll make basically like 4 servings of something, right? And then I'll do 3 servings of it. And then the fourth serving I will freeze and then come back to later. And then my freezer will then fill up with the last of something I made like a month ago. And then I will come
Mm.
back and unfreeze 1 serving of it. And it'll be a good mix up with the other like leftovers that
Nice.
way. But it's great this time of year because a nice soup or a stew, it's great to freeze and then come back to later in the season of like, oh, right, I've got, after I turned the turkey carcass into turkey soup, and then you get real burned out on turkey, but I'll have some in there and come January, I'll defrost it and have a nice like turkey soup. It'll be great. So there you go. Or stew.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice.
Anyway, so I love that. My other thing that I love about fall is I love Halloween. I love
Oh, me too. I love Halloween so much.
the thing that I hate the most about my house is that we don't get a lot of trick-or-treaters, even though it's a suburban neighborhood, because I'm up on a hill and the kids are too lazy to come up the hill. And but I love seeing the kids in costumes and the
Yeah.
creativity of it and the excitement of getting candy and the whole thing.
Yep.
And I am a generous candy person at Halloween. I'm
As
like,
you should
everybody
be.
take a handful. You know
Yep.
what? There's not a lot of things in life where you get like good, I mean, not good for you, but like this kind of joyful neighborhood
Yeah.
reward kind of a thing. I'm into it. And so I love that.
I do
So
too.
these are my favorite things about fall.
I love it.
But I'm really sad about if I could just take it down a notch here, Romaine,
Yeah.
in our summer sessions, that we've known each other now for 21
A very,
years,
very long time.
a long time.
Yeah.
And I just cannot believe what an absolutely stereotypical Les you have become over the 21 years I've known you. You started out as a rebel
Yeah. Still am.
and going against the Les grain, the
That's true.
lesbians who listened to our
I
show didn't like
I
you.
have really embraced my lesbianism.
But boy, have you just gone full tilt
I mean,
lesbian.
let's just name a few of the ways.
Oh
I
God.
own a Subaru.
Yes.
I own 29 cats.
Flannel.
I'm wearing flannel.
Married.
Married.
Sensible haircut.
I've always had a sensible haircut. That you
Oh.
can't change that. That's always been the case. No, I really have embraced being a super lesbian.
You have
Um,
any keys attached to your belt loop on
no,
your jeans?
I do not. I never will. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
Crocs.
That's not a lesbian thing.
Oh, honey.
I would say
Oh,
Doc
honey.
Martens are a lesbian thing, or Birkenstocks,
And
but
you
not
have
Crocs.
Doc
I
Martens.
I do have Doc Martens. I can't wear them very often though because they hurt my feet. Uh,
Crocs are the new Birkenstocks.
no, they're not.
Girl, girl.
I think you're
Hear me.
crazy, girl.
Hear this intervention for what it is. You have become an absolutely checkbox stereotypical lesbian.
Lesbian.
God, Jesus Christ. It
Yes,
brings
I'm
a
wearing
tear to
my
my
Crocs
eye.
right now. I know, you're welcome.
Okay.
Listen, it's true. I'm a lesbian. I've embraced all the things that are lesbian. You're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. I'm a lesbian.
And actually, we got more viewer feedback at the end, and it does
Okay.
dovetail into my intervention of you as a typical lesbian here.
Okay.
So, Angie Taylor
Yep.
says, Ro, I knew you were going to pick a Madonna song when we talked about the jams.
Yep.
And when Derek was answering the question, I was singing It's Raining Men.
Of course you were.
I would put your love of Madonna also in your typical lesbian category, but that
If
was
I was
there
a
all
gay
along.
man, maybe. I don't think most lesbians like Madonna. Most lesbians, now, if you'd said your love of the Indigo Girls, which I do fucking love the Indigo
Yeah,
Girls,
yeah.
if you'd said that, I'd have been like, oh yeah, I'm such a stereotypical lesbian because I love the Indigos. They are the band that I've probably seen the most in concert ever because I love them so much. Madonna's number two, I think,
Uh-huh. I
of
think
most concerts
lesbians
I've been
really
to.
like Madonna,
Uh, Pink.
right?
Lesbians love Pink.
Oh my God, lesbians
And
definitely
not
love
just the
Pink.
vagina. I'm talking about the singer. Yeah. I don't think a lot of lesbians like Madonna. I think you're wrong on this.
Okay, I
I
don't
could
think so.
be wrong, but I don't get a lot. Like when I go to a Madonna concert, I don't see a lot of dykes, a lot of fags, a lot of straight ladies, not a lot of dykes.
They can't afford a Madonna concert.
That's probably true. You go to a Pink concert, it's dyke, 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 straight lady, dyke, 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 straight lady, a couple fags, right? That's a
Her
Pink.
name is Pink. She is literally saying, I am vagina. I am here for a vagina community.
Yes, I don't disagree.
She decided early on that this was her demo, and
Yeah, and they
she
love
has
her.
fully
Yeah.
embraced it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay.
And then one last one. John says, "Ugh, this is too soon, John." And John says, no one can say you don't lift a finger around the farm, Romaine.
Heidi Half Thumb. And yes, I did find that finger. And yes, it was disgusting.
Too soon.
Too soon, John.
Soon.
But that was a good joke.
I
So thank you.
agree. Okay. Well,
Well,
Romaine,
what a way to end the summer sessions, Derek.
I agree. Everybody, keep your hands and
Fingers to yourselves.
arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times this fall. Stay safe out there, everybody. Romaine,
Yeah,
I just want to say that I have really enjoyed our 21 years together
me
and
too.
our 21 more years that we have ahead of us. Gonna be
Yeah.
29 for a really long time here, people.
Yes.
But and I've enjoyed trying this out with this summer session. So
Yeah. I think we should do some other sessions at some point.
I think so too. So we will continue to get your feedback and see, and we may be back either next summer for more summer sessions, or there might be another season that we want to do more of these videos in. So be sure to like, subscribe, comment below. Still, again, with this thing, there's nothing there. And of course, check out our live daily radio show. If you start missing us, you don't have to miss us. We're
No,
live
don't miss
days a
us at
week.
all. We have
And you
great
can,
stuff for you. Go to
yeah,
dnrstudios.com. That's DNR Studios, just like the sign behind me, .com. And when you're there, you can subscribe. If you want to just subscribe to Derek and Romaine, you can do that. Or you could subscribe to DNR Plus, which is our subscription that covers all of the shows on the network. There's a lot of them for you to enjoy, and I think you'll enjoy many of them. And once you're a DNR Plus subscriber or a Derek and Romaine subscriber, you can also use our brand new DNR Cast app, which makes it so easy for you to listen to all the shows in one spot. We've got all kinds of extra little creative, fun things in the app as well. We've got some recipes that have been submitted by Derek and I and some of the listeners. We have news reports that are up there that you can see what's going on, the latest LGBT headlines. We've got some games that are coming to the app very soon. There's a lot of stuff in there to keep you busy and entertained. So you're going to want to check it out.
I agree. So there you go. Use discount code 2024 and you can try it for free. And remember, no matter what your Derek and Romaine subscription level is, whether it's DNR Plus or Derek and Romaine, you can use our DNR Cast app available in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. We have lots of fun stuff in there. So it's a great sort of added thing that you get.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
always working for you guys.
That's right. Well, Romaine, thanks
Yeah.
for being a part of the summer sessions this summer.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And
Thank you.
everybody have a happy and safe fall. And thanks for being part of the DNR community.
Yeah.
And we'll have more fun to come.
See you soon.
We just won't see you next Tuesday.